Good afternoon. We're going to start by giving you a demonstration on how to properly document in your transaction time log in Allscripts. First, at this point, you would already be logged into Allscripts. Then you would go to your transaction screen and open up your time log. In your time log, you can only view one day at a time, and you cannot view future dates. You'll see the patients that are scheduled for you for that selected date. I'm going to talk you through what you actually see on your screen now. The very first thing you're going to see here to the left is going to be the code, which is going to be your visit code. For this patient, we are scheduled to see a routine visit. If you scroll your mouse over it, it will pop up what the visit code means. The second box is actually going to be your patient ID, which is the number that is attached to your patient for their medical record number in Allscripts. Next, you'll see the patient's name. It'll be listed last name first. As you go over, I want you to go to the direct start time. This is going to be the time that you actually had hands-on care with your patient when you arrived at their home. You will click on this box. You can enter in this number two different ways. One, you can use the drop-down tab and select the hours like this and the minutes. Or you can double-click on the box and you can type in 9 a.m. Then to put in the direct end time, what time did I leave that patient's home? I'm going to type in 9:30. Again, this option, you can also do the drop down box and change it. Maybe it was actually 9:35. I'll go in there and fix it to 9:35. You do not need to put anything into the indirect time. Your indirect time would be something such as your documentation time. We do not need to keep track of your indirect time regarding that patient. Next, you go over to your odometer. You will leave this area blank. Your odometer readings will be documented on your paper timesheet. Next, as I scroll over, you will document your miles. So say I can do it, again, I can do the numbers up or down, or I can double click and I can type in 26 miles. Now, the last thing that we are trying to log is your travel time. This is going to be your travel start time and your travel end time. So again, you can double click in that box. I'm going to say my travel start time was 9:15. Sorry. Let's not drive while I'm at the patient's house. We'll do 8:50 to 9 o'clock. So that'll give me a duration of my drive time to that patient's home. Obviously, you guys can tell that I'm a pretty fast driver if I drove 26 miles in 10 minutes. If you continue over, you will see this explanation point. These are any scheduling notes that were documented by your schedulers on the actual patient schedule. It says this is an AM insulin IV. When I go over here, this is going to be where your problem charting variance will be. It will show the percentage of the problem charting that you have completed in the patient's chart. This next box is a clinical note. If you have attached a clinical note to this visit, it will have a check mark in this box. This is not an area that you need to complete. It will automatically be done for you. The next box that's open is the PRN box. You will put a check mark in that box if this was a PRN visit. The last box in this section is verified. Once you have completed all of the above items and your visit, you can then check the verified box. This last section over here to the right is going to be where you capture your signature. You do not need to do anything in this first box. This says signature capture. Once you have actually captured the patient's signature, it will show up in this box. The second box is actually apply signature. You will click on these three dots to actually apply the patient's signature. You click on visit confirmation, hit next. I'm going to get the patient's signature. I'm going to check my pencil, and I'm going to have the patient use my touch screen, and I'm going to have them sign it. I'm currently using my mouse pad to attempt to sign my name. Then I will hit finish. As you see, the signature capture box now has a check mark in it. This last box is view signature. Be very careful Hopefully you don't have to check this box to actually view the patient's signature, because you will sit there with it populating for usually 1 to 3 minutes. So if you can avoid actually checking this box, try to do so. At this point in time, you have collected the proper data to complete your transaction time log on this patient. The last step that you will do is you will actually go up to the top left corner and save the time log changes. This is asking me telling me that I don't have a frequency for this patient. But that's because we're in training mode, so I will uncheck the verified box. But normally you will be able to save this data once completing it. Thank you.